Hey everybody, James Yeager with Tactical Response. Thanks for watching. Well, I am about 22 hours away from the beginning of the NightFighter class from Greenline Tactical. And Don Edwards is the guy there. And I know Don, he is trained with us when he was prior service. He even brought his whole SF team here to train one time. And so we have had a good relationship for many years. And it's my honor and privilege to bring him here. I asked him to come a few years ago to teach a rifle class, and he goes, James, our classes are so similar that, you know, I couldn't convince him to come do it. So finally we're doing this, and we're also coming up, we have a DMR class. This NightFighter class sold out like that, but there's going to be another one in the fall. If you don't have night vision gear, don't buy any. Come to the class, rent gear from him. You can rent single tube, dual tube, cool guy stuff, laser and all that stuff for a very reasonable price. I think it's $150 or something like that to rent. You have to confirm that price. But come and do the class before you even consider it. So there's so much information, and it helps you make good purchases. So the first thing is, a while back you guys remember that I added this Unity Tactical mount, and so I had to go zero it. So let's go check that out. So I'm out here, and part of me getting ready is I've got this this new Unity TAPS mount on here. I don't have the matching magnifier mount. I wish I did. I hope to get one of those pretty soon, and I'm just going to zero it because I haven't zeroed it since I put the new mount on, and then also confirm the iron sights. And so that's what I'm out here doing. It's just part of it. I use a 50-yard zero. It's also what is recommended for the class, and so that's what's up. I got my Bushnell E-Light spotting scope. It's been a real good one. I've had that thing for, I guess, 5 years or something like that. It's just really good. This Lyman bag jack works real good. And of course my Midwest rifle and the aim point and all the night vision gear from TNVC, all good stuff, that Surefire, all that good stuff on here. So I'll get to zeroing, and I'll report back. So got it zeroed now, and the iron sights too. Got the iron sights zeroed to the dot, the aim point, and the irons, and so that's, fingers crossed, it's ready to go. My backup rifle, which is identical except it doesn't have the laser on it, is also zeroed, ready to go. Doesn't have the Unity mount on it, but it will. So there's that. So I got it zeroed, got that checked off. I should have had it already zeroed, but I got like 97 rifles that are zeroed, so I wasn't worried about that one. But the equipment list, I take classes seriously. I take classes like a professional class taker would take them, and I print off the gear list and I go through it step by step. And I'll tell you something in a minute. I'll share you something that I'm glad I did this. I did it a few weeks ago to make sure I had all the big pieces, but now I'm going to make sure I got all the little pieces where I can touch them. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, where'd I put the thing? You know, trying to avoid that. So positive attitude. I hope to have a positive attitude. I host people here, so my students, and listen, I need you to understand, when you see other instructors training here, I don't charge them a penny, not a cent, to come here to train. Not a penny, not a penny. If you're an alumnus and you're coming here to take a class like this one from Don, but you're a Tactical Response alumnus, you can stay in the team room for free. Matter of fact, guys like this, I don't even mess with them. Pat McNamara and these guys, I just pay them. I paid for the class right up front because I wanted a spot in the class, and I knew the class would sell out. And I knew that guys like Don would say, come on anyway, but that puts them over in the class, and I don't want to do that. So I just pay for the class. And so there's that. But I have a positive attitude. I'm here to help. I sent emails out to Don asking what I could do to prepare for them. He needs target backers and stuff like that. I got them in a pile over here. If you've been in my shop, you know where the chairs are stacked. And And so just trying to figure out how I can be the best host I can, to be the best student I can. I'm going through this gear list. So let's see, quality serviceable carbine with a sling. I have an SOE sling on there. If you want to know more about my rifle, best AR-15 video. If you want to know more about my whole kit, go to the Modern Minuteman series where I go through piece by piece on this stuff. Weapon light, IR weapon, laser, and IR illuminator. And I'm going to go ahead and give you some advice. Whatever you buy, make sure there's one button you push to turn on the IR light and illuminator. One button, not two different things. So just do your best on that. Quality serviceable pistol with holster, and I have that. Weapon light, got it. Night sights, got it. And the red dot is optimal, and 300 rounds for that, 800 rounds for the rifle, if I didn't say that. Of quality training ammunition for each day training. Oh, for each training day. So this is a 2-day class, so I need 600 rounds. But it says just 800 for the rifle. I don't know. I'll have plenty though. At least 5 quality magazines for your rifle, at least 3 magazines for your pistol. Got it. Helmet, and so I got this ops core, and it's a non-ballistic. It's just a bump helmet. But TNVC, all the night vision stuff I'll talk about will have come from TNVC. People trying to text me. I'm expecting important stuff, but that's actually the host of the class that just texted me. Don, the instructor for the class. Let's see. Body armor or plate carrier. I got this AR-500 set up, so I'm gonna wear this in class. And so you guys know I've gained some weight. Now I've lost some weight. I'm not down where I want to be, but I had to readjust it. No, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm 15 pounds down from January 1. So in about 7 weeks, I'm 15 pounds down, and I'm going to get back into fighting shape. But that's where I'm at right now. But I had to test everything. I had to fit everything. On the helmet, helmet with shroud, this thing right here. Night vision goggles or monocular with mount. So I have that here, the PVS 14 and accoutrement mounts, the Wilcox mounts and stuff like that. Eye protection, clear wraparound. I got Oakley's with the multiple lenses, with the clear lenses. I went ahead and queued up the clear lenses. So I wouldn't have to do that in class. And that might not seem like a big deal, but you guys that have trained before, I have found yourself like, all right, class start, oh crap, oh my shit, my lenses or whatever. That little detail that maybe you should have done that ahead of time. But look for those little details. Now on the helmet, you notice when I was on the range, I had these on here, these Peltor Comtacs. These things, I wore these in Iraq. These things have been in service a long time. So without any heartache, I tell you, they stopped working when I was out at the range. They stopped working. I put new batteries in, they work no longer. And so what I've done is, I got some sport tacs or tactical sports, whatever they are, and I've cut them out of the thing. And so I'm gonna wind up putting these in here when the video's over, putting them in there, they worked this morning. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things like, and I'm not trying to get you to the point of paranoia, but they worked this morning. So, yeah, what do you do? Handheld tactical light. They got a couple spare batteries for lights and optics. Got tons of spare batteries in the pouches and things, and there's spare batteries in this ballast, batteries in here. So there should be no shortage of batteries, that's for sure. Individual first aid kit. I have an aid kit on my rig and on my belt, also in my truck, but on my rig, my chest rig, and on my belt rig, I've got that. Active shooter bag or vest as needed. I don't know really exactly what he means by that, but I've got a active shooter bag in the truck stage, and also have an NSW chest rig in the truck if that's something that I wind up needing. Duty or call out gear, that's the belt and all that stuff. So I got all that here. Knee and elbow pads are optional. Knee pads are going on, and people are like, well, I don't need to wear knee pads because my knees are fine. Well, okay, your knees are fine, that's great. But there's sharp rocks out here. We have what's called chert, C-H-I-R-T, chert gravel here. It's very sharp. But even if your knees are good, you're still wearing a $80 pair of pants. So I put knee pads on because also I'll slam down faster and harder and all that stuff with knee pads on than I will without. So that's what's up. Water, got that. Got the water in the truck. Just checked that before I came in here. Lunch. I typically always have a lunch in my truck, and I'm nothing fancy. Some protein bars, Cliff bars, something like that, and I do now. Class will begin tomorrow at 3 p.m. Gets dark here about 6 p.m., 3 p.m., and it goes till about 1 a.m. And so so I'm doing intermittent fasting from 6 p.m. to noon. And so there's really not much need for me to eat, but depending on how much calories we put out, I might spend my time to start at like 5 p.m. and go to like 10 p.m. or something on my intermittent fast. I usually am pretty standard noon to 6, and I've been holding to it really well, but maybe I'll change that. Sunblock or insect repellent is needed. Rain gear is needed. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and that sucks, especially with your gear and all that stuff. So, but it's supposed to rain, so we'll see how that works out. But it's not supposed to rain the next day. So let's see, notebook and pen. You should have that. When you come to a class, when my students show up without any way to take notes, I don't care if you take them on your phone, but without any way to take notes, I'm like, did you not think I was going to say anything worth writing down? And then a cleaning kit with lube. So I have the makes it really easy, the Breakthrough Rifle Cleaning Kit. Makes it really easy. I also like to augment that with the Battleborn grease. The oil in here works great, but get the guns really hot. I like the grease. I've never never made any bones about that. But it's a real good kit with all the brushes and little things that you need to clean an AR-15 really easy. And it's in a nice carrying case. And you can when you open this up, it's pretty heavy duty case. You can trash that green holder and put more stuff in here with it, like a syringe of grease or whatever the case may be. Also the quick wipes. What I have found is, like, I can wipe off my bolt carrier and all that stuff with this, but what I have found is it works pretty good on my hands too. When I'm working on a gun and my hands are all greasy, that actually works pretty good in lieu of like some Gojo or something to clean my hands off with. And I don't want to be handling my optics and all that stuff with grease on my hands. So that's relevant for me. And the pistol kit's real small too. Same thing, you can pull that green thing out, trash it, and put more gear in here with it. Doesn't take a whole lot to keep these guns running, but they do have to have lubrication. They do have to have a certain amount of clean. So I do have a Write in the Rain notepad. It's one of like 4x6 size that I take notes on for classes. I'll have that out here tomorrow, and then I'm ready to do it. This will be my 3rd night vision class, and my first night vision class from Don. Actually, this is my first class from Don. Like me, as a roles reversed. He's been in my classes, but I haven't taken one from him. So this will be fun, and I can put my student hat on with no problems. But that's it. I just wanted to go through that and kind of tell you what's on my mind. As an instructor, class starts at 3 tomorrow and goes till 1 a.m. I'll probably sleep in tomorrow. Usually about as late as I can sleep in is about 8 o'clock, but I'll probably sleep in. I usually get up around between 6 and 7. Just to see if it helps me a little bit more. Because I usually go to bed at 10 or 11, so I start getting sleepy at 10 or 11. I don't want to get sleepy during the class, so we'll see what happens. Let's see, what else? So if you got any questions about this, let me know, but I will do video during the class as long as Don is cool with that, and I will report back how it goes and how the equipment worked and all that stuff. But if you have questions about this stuff, again, check out the Modern Minuteman series, because I cover most all this stuff in there in pretty good detail, and then ask questions about the class, and I'll try to follow this video and answer them as best I can in follow-up videos. This is James Yeager for Tactical Response, reminding you that your responsibility to be ready for the fight never ends.